All right, here we go. I am casting a set from AOE Leagues 1v1 tournament. This is a set from Division A. My boy TrickyMicky up against byktor. So this is play all 2. I think this is week 1 of the tournament. It's a round robin format. We've got TrickyMicky playing on his home map first. His home map is Steppe. He'll be playing this throughout the season. And byktor, his home map, I believe, is Nomad. And for reference, elo of these two players, take a look here. 1v1 elo, TrickyMicky, the 8th seed in the division at like 1130. byktor at like 1170. He's the 5 seed. So we have a Mongol's Mirror. Probably going to see some very, very early uptimes on this map. You have access to your normal starting board, normal starting sheet, but then out in the middle, of course, you've got absolute loads of deer here. So it'll be very crucial when we get into Feudal Age that the players control the middle, because if you have access to deer, you're going to be able to have incredible Castle Age times. And yeah, let's see how they open. These scouts opening, I don't know about I mean, Drush could be good because you can delay people that are on the deer, but your opponent's gonna have such a quick uptime that I think a Drush might get cleaned up pretty quickly. So I sort of actually would prefer going with the range between these two bases. Going scouts or straight archers. Tricky opening with 3 on wood, although he's got 1 idle here. That's going to annoy him going forward. Here, byktor, he's got a long way to go from the boar because he dropped the TC over here by the wood line. I sort of favor Tricky's TC position here. He's not really next to any resources, though. That's a bit of a problem, but it's going to make all of these resources pretty safe because he's got an easy wall here, easy wall up on the top, so he'll have access to berries. Really safe wood, safe stone, safe gold. Whereas if you're byktor, you've got to come forward to get access to all that stuff. His gold locations are pretty brutal here. See how these players are doing on the idle time. No idle time at all so far. But TrickyMicky with a 2 villager lead. I have no idea what that's about. Maybe just, I mean, part of that's going to be the TC, the time the TC went down. Oh, and then we got loom as well here for byktor. Might have been housed. But no idle time. So yeah, maybe just got the loom because of how long that boar lure was. That's probably what was going on there. But in any case, between a slower time to get the TC down and the loom, we've got a 1 vil lead here for TrickyMicky. Yeah, look at this. Already out here hamming the deer. 6 vils on this mill. And just now a first mill coming down here for byktor. So I think Tricky is going to have a much better uptime. byktor had to take a lot of sheep. And of course the Mongol bonus doesn't apply to sheep, only to lurables and huntables. Look at that. Tricky's up. 19 pop-up time. Gonna have good food income. Let's see how he distributes his villagers here. Alright, going to gold. So this is going to be straight archers, I believe. Yeah, he would have a barracks already down if he was looking at going men-at-arms here. But, yeah, I would love to see a range pretty far forward. Right, use these hunting vills to get a range up here. That way you have a shorter distance to harass the hunt there. Again, I just absolutely love Tricky's base. Actually, look at this. That wood line goes all the way to the edge. So you could actually wall right here. You could have 3 gold mines inside of that TC protection. Easy wall there. I guess you need 1 thing there and 1 thing there to make sure it's all patched up. Definitely much prefer Tricky's map. Look at this. byktor hasn't even clicked yet. Alright, Tricky a little late with that barracks. And he had the wood, so I think that was actually just a slip up on his part. byktor looks like is this going to be a men-at-arms play? He's dropping the barracks before clicking up. Although no one on gold yet, so I don't think so. I think he's looking to go archers. Well, we'll see if he goes to gold, but the amount he has on wood makes me think archers and not scouts here for byktor. In any case, Tricky's up. He's dropping that range back there. I would drop it further forward, I think. Have a shorter commute for those archers. Get an even better advantage with that fast uptime. I like this too, though, for Tricky. Look at that. Five sheep still left. Still has access to the berries. And if he controls the middle, he's going to have a wicked uptime. All right, yeah, there goes byktor. Already 5 on gold, so he's going to be going straight archers almost certainly here. Tricky loses his scout, but he already knows where the barracks is. He knows where the mill is. And here comes archer number 1. Yep, getting the blacksmith down right away. I like this. On range, fast fletching archers, I think is definitely the right play here. And if he gets control, I think another mill play up in this area would be a nice call. Alright. byktor is going to open a stable. So this is really surprising me. He's got 5 on gold, and he's going to open with a stable. And this might actually be denied. Beautiful play by Tricky. Getting that archer out right away, not waiting. Well, without micro, he's going to lose him. Right call by byktor fighting, especially since there's no fletching. But as I say, that fletching comes in. Now byktor's going to have some real trouble. He'll get the stable up, but he is off the hunt. He's 1 on food. Yeah, in byktor's case, I don't like getting the production building out front, precisely because he was up so much later than Tricky. Going to stone, I think he wants to do that to drop an additional tower, right? Already pre-towered that gold. Which, again, this guy's map is just pretty brutal. It's original TC. I mean, you don't have much visibility to see, but I think original TC, like right here, would have been the ideal location. We would have had the berries, 2 golds, access to that wood. But look at this, the market denied as well. Tricky coming forward. 3 vills up, military numbers advantage. I think Tricky is in a really good position here. And gets the spear in the mix. That's a perfect call. We'll lose that archer there. But yeah, this was really nicely done by Tricky. Getting the spear out the second he saw that stable. And the pressure is on here. It's a good pre-tower, I think, by byktor. Another spear in the mix. Oh no. Tricky loses 2 archers to the TC fire. Still has the spears forward. Let's take a look at his eco here. Pretty good. 5 on gold, 9 on wood. Floating a bit of wood. Might be good to see him get a market down here so he can use that to get up to castle age even more quickly. Scouts coming forward. Ooh, and Tricky's got 2 vills out in the open. Let's see if these scouts notice. Just passing, though. That's fortunate for Tricky. Would have lost those 2. And where are these guys actually going? Could be a bit of trouble here for Tricky. Whose spears are up here at the market. Actually, these scouts missed a golden opportunity to take out vills here. They're actually going to try to run around. What are they looking for here? Alright, here they go. Getting a jump on the vills. Tricky's going to lose. Play all these vills. Well, he's bringing these boys forward as well. I think that's definitely a good call. 3rd vill goes down. I think that's a 4th vill. Got some military reinforcements coming up here, but that's a lot of losses. Vill numbers just about evened out now. In fact, byktor with a slight lead. But still definitely favoring Mickey's position, not just because he has a better map, also because he's got advantage in the military numbers right now. Byktor desperately needs to get a range down. Yep, there it is. get some skirms onto the field here. Also, look at the food difference here. Mickey already at almost 600 food. In his position here, try to get to Castle Age. Have a few Expo, go forward with Siege, and finish it off. Like what byktor is doing here, bringing the spears back to the tower. Get some nice free damage on him there. And look at this, the range is denied. Yeah, byktor is in a big, big trouble here. He's pinned like a rat into this little corner. I mean, this is so deceiving here. He's got a score lead, but I think he's in a terrible, terrible position right now. Look at that, Mickey on the way up. byktor here, only 80 food. Can only dream about Castle Age at this point. Does get the range up, but he's got no blacksmith, no way to get the armor or the fletching. So yeah, there's just no way to make Tricky pay for that fast uptime. There's the blacksmith. Another vill going down there for byktor. Despite Tricky being a third of the way up, still has villager advantage. Eco advantage too. He's got the horse collar and the first lumber upgrade. No farm upgrade yet for byktor. Oh, and wheelbarrow as well. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, so Mickey's in a great spot. Adding a double stable in here as well. He means business. Eco distribution here, I would kind of favor. I guess he's figuring byktor's gonna be full skirm here, so I think that's why he wants to make the night switch. Makes sense. I think coming forward with Siege early would be good here as well. There's absolutely nothing byktor's gonna be able to do to deal with Mangonel. Yeah, Mickey also going to stone, wants to make that Mangonite switch at some point here. Scouts getting in on the vills again. Look at all the vills going down. Our spears here, though. Mickey's still fine, but that's 3 vills down. Okay, looks like there was a restore, which now I'm recalling them saying something about this in the Discord. So let's pop back and catch the rest of this one. Apologies for my hoarse voice. I'm a bit under the weather. Alright, byktor actually managing to get up himself. I don't know how he did that. Must have abused the market. And I like this by byktor, getting back onto the hunt. That's probably was a big part of the help getting him up. Of course, if Mickey scouts that, byktor's going to be in a lot of trouble. Look at this, though. Mickey already 525 stone in the bank. Go forward. Guy's still in feudal age. Go forward as soon as you get a single knight out. Go forward. Alright, he's looking to harass this stone here. Oh, man, he's already got +2 on these boys. Oh, yeah, you could raid all day. So these vills. I hop in the tower, but that tower is going to get nailed down. That's byktor's scout. Alright, and the second TC coming down there for byktor. Knows he needs some real estate. He's also going cav. Double stable. He's going to get a knight and camels on the field. And man, byktor's actually survived this better than I was expecting. Only 4 vills behind. Not a really significant military difference at this point. But Mickey's got that stone for that castle. He gets that castle down. He's going to have all the relevant upgrades because he's played with cav units, he's played with archer units. He's going to be really well positioned to get Mangonite here. This is nicely done by these players. Almost no TC idle time with a game this chaotic. Look at this. Vill's coming forward. Does Tricky have the military numbers to support this? He doesn't want to go for the safe castle. He wants to go for the game-ending castle right there. That's a great spot if he can secure it. It does seem like he has the military numbers. But he's got to be... Oh, byktor getting the castle down in the same spot just before Tricky can. So Tricky's going to have to come back, probably drop it back here. Nice quick walls there by byktor. Tricky did get 2 knights in, though. Tricky's going for it. He's confident these knights can delay it. If this castle goes up for Tricky, game over. They might both get these up. They're both going to get these up. So much damage here, though. Tricky suddenly 13 vills ahead. Yeah, this is his game to lose at this point. And, yeah, byktor knows it, too. Calls the GG. Well played. Well played there, Tricky. Yeah, so what was the difference there? Faster uptime. That made a huge difference. Right, Tricky was able to get that archer forward, push byktor off of the food. There was a lot of food left on the table there for byktor. Byktor's initial TC placement, that's partly a matter of luck. But I think generally on Steppe, you don't want to drop that TC right up against the wood line, because that TC is important for securing a bit of real estate. Tricky definitely with a better TC location. And then just the pressure. I don't think going straight scouts there for byktor when you're later up, I just don't think you can get away with going scouts there. Because there's already going to be archers on the field, and if the other player notices the stable, they're going to get the spears out, which is exactly what Tricky did. And then Tricky with just really nice pressure throughout feudal age, keeping byktor really stalled out. Better castle age time, and get out of my game castle to end it. All right, let's take a look here at the stats. Wow, that KD is ridiculous. 27-3. That is just brutal. So how are there only 3 losses? Because I thought Tricky lost. I thought you lost like 4 or 5 vills to scouts in the middle, plus some archers. So this must just be military numbers. That's got to be what this means. Yeah, I think there were 3 archers lost, 1 to scouts and 2 to the TC fire. Economically, honestly, those ecos are super close. So very well done by byktor, despite being under all that pressure to manage the eco pretty well, all things considered. Or actually, is this okay? I think this is what's going on. What we're only seeing the stats post restore here. And so yeah, this KD, I think that's why there was only 3 units lost after the restore. Most of that is just vill kills with those knights that slipped in while byktor was trying to get that castle up. So yeah, I think if we were looking at the statistics for the whole game, we'd see a much better eco here for Mickey. All right. Game 2, let's go. Nomad, byktor's home map. All right, byktor playing as the Persians. S tier civ on this map. TrickyMicky playing as the Dravidians, who I don't know really how the cookies crumbled yet. I've only played Nomad a couple times since we've had the new civs out, but Dravidians seem pretty solid on this map. Got the ability to really control water early, getting that 200 free wood when you hit feudal age. I like that. All right, byktor is going to be dropping his dock here in looks to be a pretty nice area. A dock here would be a little bit better because you have a shorter commute to these, but he's going to have probably the best bay in the map in terms of access to fish. Tricky here on the corner. This is a decent dock as well. Got 6 fish within the immediate vicinity. byktor's TC is going to be going down here. And Tricky right here in the middle of the map. So he is below some hills, right? Could be a dangerous castle spot here, dangerous castle spot there. But Persians not usually looking to go castle drop. Usually they're going to either go for water play followed up with a couple early knights into boom. Or they might play it real greedy, fast castle into a couple knights or fast castle into boom. I expect here, though, we're going to see some water play and feudal age from both these players. As for Dravidians, what do you go here with Dravidians? Go archers or, I mean, Tricky's got access to stone here, more stone up there. You go castles and try to get to their unique unit, which does do quite well against Cab, which is what you're going to be expecting the Persians to be going with. So that can be quite solid. But I think, yeah, you definitely want to play fish here if you're Dravidians, because you know Persians are going to have fish numbers on you because of how early they can get those fishing ships out. And yeah, you can see this. Oh, actually, we've got a little bit of a delay. All right, second fishing ship coming down now. Yeah, so actually, Tricky's not really going to be that far behind in the fishing department. Be only about one fishing ship behind. Neither player with any idle time so far. Looks like a nice build here for byktor. Going straight to wood, getting the house down at just the right time. In here for Tricky as well. Yeah, I hadn't the slightest idea how to play Nomad when I was 1100 ELO player. I had no idea what to do on this map. Tricky bringing in his first boar. Nicely done. All right, let's just see what these players can see right now. So, byktor here doesn't know where Tricky is. Oh, just missing that boar as well. Yes, it doesn't have great visibility. Let's see Tricky here. Yeah, definitely better scouting. Really nice sheep scouting. In fact, the sheep might come across byktor's TC here. That would be a huge advantage for Tricky to know where his opponent is. Yeah, he sees the house. Beautiful. So, yeah, assuming he noticed what happened there. He's got a little bit of little stuck vills there. All right, they break free. Yeah, I think it would behoove him to get an outpost up here at some point. Maybe early feudal age. Plus, when he knows his opponent's here, he could use this dockville. Drop a house down here. Keep tabs on when his opponent goes to gold. But yeah, I'm a slow APM player, so on maps like this, visibility is key. I like getting houses down, I like getting outposts down. If I'm going to play feudal age, I like to get town watch at some point as well. Maybe when I click up to castle age. Tricky with 4 fishing ships and only 3 here for byktor. So Tricky actually with an advantage in the vill department, but he does have 40 seconds of TC idle time. So it's putting his eco a little bit behind the Persian player. This is a nice start in TC, though. 3 good wood lines close by. Access to deer, berries. He's already brought in his second boar. He's got a third up there if he notices it. Six fishing ships. Ain't kidding around. 4 fishing ships here for byktor. Now the thing to watch is when these players go up. But yeah, the builds are great. Like I said, this is just so much better than I ever could have done in the 1100, even 1200 range. Keeping those 6 on wood so he can keep producing fishing ships, but getting everyone else to food to get that good uptime. And similar thing here for byktor. Both sitting at very similar food counts. Oh, man. Look at that. Look at that. Outpost right where I was saying I wanted it. At the very least, you're getting some idle time from those vills. Gonna bother byktor. But yeah, Dark Age. 4 vills worth of idle time. That's actually pretty significant. I like the outpost. Alright, Tricky. He's got the food to go up. Is he missing a second building? No, he's got a mill. He's got a dock. Alright, he's clicked. There we go. Alright, now he needs to transfer vills onto wood. So to get those guys onto wood. It doesn't. Oh, look at this. Some long distance shore fishing going on here. What happened to Tricky's vill that was over here? Did he eat some TC fire? Or is he working the shoreline? Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. Might have eaten some TC fire to the face there. Ooh, this is good for byktor. He's going to locate Tricky's TC. Tricky garrisons. Say bye-bye to that vill. Another one bites the dust. All right. Going to be pretty comparable uptimes here for the two players. Comparable vill numbers. But this is... I'm actually surprised by this. Only 4 fishing ships here for byktor. How many villagers do they go up at? 23. So is this going to be just a straight FC? I don't think so. byktor's getting a dock here. This is a good play by him. He noticed the fishing ship, so he knows exactly where Tricky's fish are. Good dock for him. Question is, just they're both going FC here. Very similar build for the two players. byktor's gonna have just the right resources here too. What about Tricky? Yeah. Well, Tricky's a little short on wood, right? It's gonna need to get down the market, and the blacksmith doesn't have quite enough. Oh, I forgot. He's Dravidians. I'm an idiot. Man, that is nice. Yeah, so you can get away with only 6 on wood on the way up. Dravidians, that is such a nice advantage. Alright, meanwhile, over here, we're actually getting a stable blacksmith from byktor, so like we talked about earlier, one of the plays you can go for is fast castle into a few knights and boom behind it. Or, if you want to keep the pressure up, you go knights and mangonels. But Tricky already working on walling up here, so yeah, that would have been a nice spot for a siege workshop there for byktor. Good walls here by Tricky. Might even think about a house with town watch here or an outpost just to see when the knights are coming this way. At some point down the road, even wall that off. Alright, fires are out here for both players. Gonna win that fight. Looks like Mickey got the first shot in, but a repair villager for byktor. Tricky. Yeah, so one thing you can actually do is take a fishing ship, put it between your boat and theirs when there's a firefight. And you'll shoot through your fishing boat, but the opponent's fire can't hit your boat. It'll actually hit the fishing boat. Alright. Another fishing boat here for a Tricky. This is really great Nomad play by these two players. So impressed. Look at the micro and the timing on the fires with the fast castle build. This is so clean. Alright, Tricky's got a lot of fish here, so he either needs to redock somewhere. Alright, but he's going to stick on water, and he is forcing byktor to continue producing fire ships here. Alright, both players hit at almost the exact same time. And yeah, they're both going to continue sticking on water here. Yeah, so Tricky's fishing ships are kaput, so he's going to have to run with those, maybe redock somewhere. Fish here is not going to be very efficient either. Second TC coming down. That's your first lumber camp. Meanwhile, on this side, we're going to have knights straight off the rip. byktor with a 2-vil lead. I think that's probably just the 2 fishing ships that were lost. Third TC coming down here for Tricky. And if he can survive this early night push, which these walls are definitely going to help him do it, he's going to have a cranking eco here. Alright, no upgrades yet for byktor. We've got first wood, first farm upgrade coming in. And look at this. This is beautiful. Tricky spots the knights, or expects the knights. Yeah, maybe he saw him with the house there. Let's take a look at his vision. But already getting a monastery down, which is the perfect play here. If you're going to boom, get a few monks out to deal with the knights. And the knights actually just going to hang out. Going for the house. Yeah, but Tricky's fine here. He's got 3 TCs. Those knights have no armor at all. So TCs will be a pretty good defense against them. Mickey's going to try to get up there. He's not going to get there in time. Nope. Alright, byktor is in. Alright, 1-vil goes down. Still a 2-vil lead here for Tricky, and that's going to only blossom with the extra TC. Second TC here for byktor. And the docks are now down here for Tricky. So if you're byktor, keep docking here. Get another dock there. Another dock there going forward. You have water. Make use of that advantage. A little ceasefire called there between the fires and the fishing ships. But I think Mickey is just gonna fully commit to land here. Actually, he's full walled at this point. So he's got kind of an Arabia-style base going on here. But on 3 TC. Yeah, and look at this. Already on stone with a few vills. So definitely thinking about making a transition into the Dravidian unique unit, which does really well against Cav. This siege workshop for byktor. That's a great call. I mean, you've got military numbers to protect it. Tricky's base is extremely compact. You know he's playing it greedy. That's a really good call there. All right, the rest of Tricky's fish are now going down. I like this here by byktor. He has gotten a few more fishing ships out by that dock. I'd like to see him continue sticking with that. That's a way, even with fewer villagers, to still be really competitive. Man, look at the farming eco here for Tricky. 22 farms. Alright, yep, there is another dock for byktor, so he's going to continue committing to that. What do we got? 3 monks on the field here for Tricky. These knights are going to get in, but should be some good conversions. Let's see how the monk micro is here for Tricky. Doesn't manage to secure a conversion, but he does manage to chase byktor away. Only a 1-vil lead right now for Tricky. Byktor not producing fishing ships here, though. Knights are going to work their way back around to try to support the siege push. 1 mangonel garrisoned inside of the siege workshop here. Right, here come the knights. Still no armor on these knights, though. Again, going to be really vulnerable to the TC fire. Let's see if Tricky notices. Yeah, he does. 4 monks out now. And look at this, also going for the pikeman upgrade. So he's going to go pikeman defense here. Dravidians have redemption. I have no idea. Really don't know these new civs all that well. Mickey's starting to go pretty heavy here to stone. It's got a pretty nicely balanced eco here. byktor floating quite a bit of gold. Yeah, man, if Mickey could get a cat, I mean, he doesn't have the military numbers to protect it, but maybe the monks would be enough. Get a castle right there would be amazing. He's going to actually send Vils forward here to take out the mangonel. He's Probably going to get some conversions with it. No conversions. That's crazy, but he does take out the mangonel. Looks like byktor's going to try to go light cav here now to counter the monks. Only has one scout on the field at the moment, though. Ooh. Nice mango shot there on the monks. No monks have died yet. There goes one. 3 conversions. Oh, what a great fight for Mickey. All right, but what is going on here? byktor suddenly with 11 fill advantage. Tricky with some crazy idle time there. I mean, a lot of idle time for byktor as well. Oh, look at this. That's a nice TC location there for byktor. Can actually fire down on the lumber camp there for Tricky. And has he added fish? Yeah, it did add some fish there. Castle here for Tricky. Now that will be able to defend against... It will be able to take out that TC. But... Man, I sure would have loved to have seen a castle up in this area. Yeah, byktor with some market abuse could even think about getting up here pretty soon if he wanted to. Although I don't know how much good it would do him here. And more conversions. Look at that. 4 knights on the field. Tricky with more military now than byktor. Really nice monk play here by Tricky. Really nice monk play. Alright, the castle is up. Tricky though, only 3 on gold. He needs to get access to gold. So he has this gold here. What else is on the map? Yeah, he wanted that gold, but byktor took hold of it with that TC. That was, again, a really nice TC. And Tricky, I don't know if he has visibility on that yet. Probably needs to get some more outposts on the map. He's going to get a siege workshop of his own. byktor floating so much gold, still struggling quite a bit with food here. Alright, byktor actually, I think, grabbing a conversion of his own, taking back one of his converted knights, deletes that one. Gonna lose his monk. And yeah, look at that score, flipping back and forth. Military numbers almost identical. Vill numbers almost identical. This game is neck and neck. byktor using the market. He's on the way up. He doesn't have a castle. It's not like he can get trebs out here. I don't know how much advantage that's really going to give him. I think I went for a tricky spot here. I mean, byktor just has no food eco. And if you're Persians, you need food eco. Got Expo, but he can't even go Trash Bow yet because he doesn't have a castle to get the unique tech. Yeah, I definitely favor Tricky's spot here. Tricky on the way up as well. I understand why byktor's going Expo, probably worried about the unique unit here. Also wants something to do with the monks. It's just not a scalable unit for Persians. Oh, look at this armored elephant out on the field. That will certainly be able to deal with the just tank fire from archers all day long. Problem is the mangonels do pretty well against them. Just like mangonels do well against regular rams. Tricky with no military on the field. This is his only military unit. Needs to get a mangonel out, which, okay, that's exactly what he's doing here. Pop the mangonel, kill the enemy mango, and then these archers are all useless. Pop it. Pop it. Pop it like it's hot. Come on, let's go. Alright, both Tricky's not up yet. Nice. Gets the kill. byktor notices, though. He's going to move those archers back. byktor's starting to get some farms out. It's only 17 on food here. He's got a lot of food in the bank. Needs access to more gold, though. Look at this Persian TC. With the extra HP, plus it's got the hill bonus against the castle. Taking forever for the castle to kill it. Another Siege Workshop coming down here for byktor. Maybe thinking Rams to use against the castle. Alright, couple knights coming forward here from byktor. He'll take out the mangonel. Does Tricky have any more monks to defend it? No, he does not. Tricky playing is so freaking greedy. No military on the field. Look at that. Cavalier coming in for byktor. Cavalier on 17 farms. Alright, another castle coming down here for Tricky. Oh, actually, he's got 3 castles. So when does he start pumping the unique unit here? Actually going for elite skirm. No, I don't like elite skirm here. Persians don't have arbalist. So you gotta worry about it as a few expo. You can deal with that with, well, even your unique unit in numbers. But, you know, mangonel out. A lot of docks here for byktor, but not that many fishing ships to go with them. Tricky, though, just really struggling for gold right now. That gold got taken by byktor. I don't think Tricky's located this. That's the problem. That's why he can't produce military. This is his only gold mine. He's only got 3 villagers on it. byktor at least producing military. He's got 22 on the field here. 2 cavaliers, some expo as well. A lot of castles here for Tricky. Everywhere he goes, there are castles to be found. Alright, there we go. Starting to produce these boys. You see that switch coming in. There's come a few elite skirm to deal with the expo. No ballistics on those guys yet, though, and no armor either, so... And again, these guys don't even have bodkin. Castle coming down. Coming out for byktor. Tricky notices that. Certainly has the resources to get some mangonels, or sorry, some trebs out. Alright, getting the elite version. What are these guys called? Arumi? Yeah, Arumi. Alright, Tricky's cleared out that gold, but I don't think he can send vills there yet. Maybe go there with another castle. You got 1,200 stone in the bank. Get a castle there. Alright. Mirumi's starting to gather here for Tricky. Up to 19 military. Alright, here we go. Treb out for Tricky. Treb's coming out for byktor, so we're going to have a good Treb war here. And Mickey going for a little bit of everything. He's got some counter units to the expo, some counter units to the cavalier. Again, though, because the expo aren't scalable, I think probably better to go pike Arumi here, maybe. Oh, the expo getting shredded by the castle fire anyways. Looks like Tricky definitely going to win this Treb war. So byktor actually using the Treb to try to take out these Trebs instead of the castle. Tricky wisely repairing them. Arumi on boar violence. What's going on here? Yeah, it's looking great for Tricky now. He's got military on the field. He took out that castle, which means he can now push byktor off that gold. So byktor's... Ooh, got a castle up here as well. Yeah, just what I was hoping for Tricky's case. So access to that gold, and now suddenly byktor with no gold. This will be drained soon. He's going to lose access to that. I think Tricky's got this one in hand. It looked pretty dicey there for a while. Managed to boom safely and just got to a better composition. byktor just struggled with food this whole game. I think if he had produced more farms earlier, could have fielded more military and castle age. Used that military and castle age to gain more map control. And yeah, the GG called. And a 2-0 win here for TrickyMicky in week 1 of the AOE Leagues. Yeah, just really nice map control at this point. It's got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 castles. And now controls basically all the gold. And this ridge. That ridge is really important with all the hill bonuses there. So yeah, byktor, definitely a good GG call there. Not really anything he could do at that point.
City.
But yeah, I think maybe if byktor had... He took 2 bad fights with those knights where he had a lot of knights converted. I think maybe if he had waited until he had 2 mangonels, or maybe you go mangonel skirm. But great call by Tricky, sending the Vils to the mangonel to bait the knights into a fight. Another thing byktor might have wanted to do is wait until he had some light cav on the field so he could have sniped those scouts. But yeah, I think Tricky just had better macro in that game. His eco was a lot more well balanced throughout the games than was byktor's. byktor did end up producing a lot of fish here. But yeah, puzzling why he had so many food issues for so long that game. All right, take a look at the stats here. byktor actually with a better KD there. How many? 5 conversions. And the eco is actually pretty close, all things considered. But man, that food difference, I really think this was the difference of the game. 7K more food for Tricky than for byktor, though. Tricky really struggled with gold there. Yeah, I think if byktor had been able to hold this location and continue pressuring that gold, Tricky never could have fielded military. He would have been in big trouble. He would have had to discover that gold. Yeah, that was another opportunity I think byktor had to win there. A lot of opportunities actually to win. That game was very competitive, and it wasn't really until the last 5 or 6 minutes that Tricky really took control of that game. All right, well, that will do it for tonight. I'll probably be casting some more games. Some more Tricky's games as we go forward this season, a buddy of mine. So yeah, fun watching these sets. All right, yeah, so I think the week 2 set was already played. I think Tricky played the number 1 seed, so I'm looking forward to casting those, seeing how you made out against a higher, much more highly ranked opponent. Let me take a look here. Yeah, Martz is a 1300 elo player. And Tricky again, 1127. So yeah, almost a 200 elo gap there. So that is what I will probably cast next year. Not sure when, maybe sometime in the next couple days. But this was a treat. So yeah, thanks for passing these along, Tricky. And well played, byktor.